right. Mercenary, what is up? Thank you for joining in, man. I hope you guys can hear me nicely over here. If I need to turn this up a little bit, I might just do that. Hello, hello, hello. Might sound a little bit more echoey, but I need the mic to be on that side for the time being. We're gonna keep working on this kit. I can't. Went to sleep last night. I was very excited for it. What we were able to accomplish and get done. I think it's looking pretty nice, if I do say so myself. But we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started on fixing him up to look cooler now that he's well, the frame's done. So real quick recap. Last night that I went to bed, I missed the second half last night. Fell asleep after dealing with stuff of mine. All good, man. You don't have to worry about that. It was a pretty good stream. Had some nice conversations with the chat. So you don't need to worry. I will be here for quite a while today to try to get this done. Anyway, real quick. Yesterday I finished the frame, quote unquote, and I forgot to put on the metallic stickers or the etching stickers on the leg. I even posted some pictures on my Instagram, so I don't know if you can see the etching stickers here. You'll see a little bit hint of silver there because of the etching stickers compared to before. But I do want to say that the etching stickers, as cool as they are, because I mean they are pretty nice. What really bothers me about them is that they're very tough to get get off the little sheet. And then once you once you get them out, they lose their adhesiveness. If you don't get it on right the first time and you're playing around with these two like a lot, let me actually see if I can show you guys. But if you guys are playing with these things a lot, you can exhaust their adhesiveness. And so now I'm left with these two pieces that I wasn't able to stick onto the kit because they don't have any adhesive left. So my solution, I think, for right now is going to be buying a glue stick and just rubbing the part that sticks onto it on one side and just stick it on there. I know that may seem weird, but I'm not about to put crazy glue. I'm not about to use, I don't know, cement, plastic cement or whatever. But it just really sucks. I think that the implementation, the idea for the etching stickers were great, but I didn't have this problem with the PGU, and now I seem to have had it with this kit. So that I just think that's really unfortunate because awesome idea, terrible execution. I don't know what's wrong with the sheets on there, but yeah, pretty bad. Anyway, today we're gonna move on to working with the, give me a second here. We're gonna be working with the backpack and the armor and everything else. Hopefully we get this guy done. We finished the legs, like I said yesterday, and now it says backpack unit assembly is where we go next. So let's get on with this. Yeah. So backpack unit assembly. Hope you guys have had a good morning. I know that I am literally up and running super quickly. Woke up, got ready for the stream, and just came over here and started streaming again because, like I said, and I mentioned before, I haven't been this excited for a kit in a long time. And so if I have this level of excitement, I want to keep it going. I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to just let it sit there. I want to do whatever I can to keep it running. So, man, I haven't built a kit in like this long, and it feels good to be back. It feels great. Let's put the C runner over here. I feel we're gonna be working with the K runners a lot more today. Let me know what you guys are up to. Are you guys at work? Same old, same old. Are you guys at work? Are you guys at home building? I think I may have gotten something in my coffee. This is gonna look gross, but I gotta. What What is this? Oh, it's one of those, it's a runner piece. Ugh. Doing other stuff right now. Well, well, well. What kind of stuff? If I may ask. If you want to answer that, you can. If you don't want to answer, that's fine. Just try to make conversation. You know how it goes. You know how that goes. Yeah. Like I said, I woke up and I was very excited. I've been, I went to sleep late, and I'll let you guys know why. And, I know this has nothing to do with, oh, you're cooking. Ooh, what are you cooking? You're gonna make me hungry, man. I ate some toasted bread with some butter and sugar. I don't know if you guys have ever eaten that. It's something that we, as Mexicans tend to do a lot. We eat that stuff. So, yeah, it's a quick snack with some coffee. Just something to put into the stomach. But anyway, I was gonna say, I've been going to sleep late, and I'll let you guys know why. So aside from playing video games, I mean, for one, I'm on vacation, right? Like, I'm on break from work. So with, being on vacation comes the whole thought of kind of just hanging out, doing my own thing at night. And I know I could be building, but late night, I already built. Like, for example, yesterday I built for 6 hours straight. Not straight, but streaming and all that. I'm getting carried away. The point is that I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos with interrogations. So criminal interrogations. I've been very captivated by them, and it's not the first time that I've done that. I think a couple months ago there was a YouTube channel that got really big all of a sudden because of that. Well, I'm not even gonna talk about the person, because fuck that person. Hope he's rotting in jail now. But the point is that that's what I've been watching lately. So I've been staying up late. It's all veggie soup for the moment, but may convert it into curry later. Well, well, well. Some nice curry. Well, I hope that everything turns out well. You're gonna make me hungry, like I said. I'm not gonna eat until later. I am going to meet up with. I'm meeting up with Millennial Model Mayhem later today. My wife and I are gonna go out and have a beer with him, so it's gonna be nice. Anyway, the point is that that's what I've been watching lately. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos that have to do with interrogations. And I've just been very, very, very interested in them, and the way that that people, I always find it funny, especially in the States, right? Well, I mean, all of these are in the States. Like, all these videos have to do with people in the States. But I find it funny that nobody invokes their right to an attorney. Like, they just don't. Like, they just immediately, like, the police come in to the interrogation room and they just start interrogating the person. And look, I get it, they're guilty, okay? I'm not advocating for them. I'm glad that they, got caught, and that they, were talked to the point where they decided, you know what, I can't keep hiding this. I'm gonna give myself up, right? But I just find it funny and actually kind of disturbing that none of these people invoke their right to an attorney. Now, an argument could be made that the reason why that happens is because they think they're smarter than the police, and that they don't need an attorney in order to get away with their crimes. But I think, like, you're not. Like, look, again, I'm not saying that they shouldn't talk, and because it's good that they do, because they get caught in their lies and shit. But I mean, you have the right to an attorney by law, by the Constitution. You have a right to an attorney. Yo, Mud Nasrin, welcome. I hope I said that right. Is it Mud Nasrin? Thank you so much for joining in. Yeah, man, this kid is gonna look nice. I can't wait to have it to finish it. Yeah, so isn't that just like the weirdest thing? Like, why wouldn't you invoke your right to an attorney? And it's not even something that's surprising or that's like something that the government tries to hide from you. Like, no, you literally can stop at any point, invoke your Fifth Amendment of staying silent, and then or just say, hey, I want my attorney present, and I will not say anything else after after the sentence. Haven't seen you on IG for a while, or is it just me? I haven't been on IG for a while. I've been busy. I've been busy with work, getting my living life in this year. 2022 has brought a lot of changes, good changes. So I've been enjoying that. I am currently on vacation from work, so that means that I have more time. Hence why I've been putting out more YouTube videos. But yeah, no, the thing about, I think I talked about it before, but sorry, give me a second here. Does that even go there? IG is just a different monster. It's so difficult to come back to it and like properly and have some, people look at your content. Mainly because you're gone. So I don't know if the algorithm fucks with you. I really, really, really don't know. And I wish I could figure it out because I would like my things to be seen again, but Anyway, the point is, I am back now, and I hope to keep this up, especially now that I have my camera and whatnot. I really want to, put out more content for you guys. But anyway, back to my topic that I was talking about. School never teaches the kids that y'all got the right to an attorney as much as government demonizes weapon ownership. I know, it's just like, look. I understand the whole school thing. Like, I get that, right? But can we just agree that the right to an attorney is something that you hear about on any TV show that has to do with crime, a movie? Like, your Miranda rights are literally, spoken to you, or you've heard them before in a movie. I mean, nobody learns the Miranda rights in history class or some shit. I remember watching Cops when I was a kid, and hearing the cops go, all right, well, you have a right to, you have a right to attorney. Anything you say now will be can and will be used against you in a court of law. All that stuff. Like, I don't know. I remember when I was younger, I got stopped by the police. I was with my girlfriend then. I was young, and I remember speaking to the police. And even though that guy was a complete asshole, by the way, he was trying to. So we barely built anything to this year and been busy with the FIFA World Cup thing. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, a lot of people have been watching that. I don't even know where it's at right now. As in, like, I know it's in Qatar. I mean, like, semifinals or some shit. I've never been into soccer. I've never liked soccer. But I know that the World Cup is a big deal, especially living in Mexico for the amount of time that I did. I know that a lot of my friends are like it over there, and something they watch. Anyway, the point is, I got stopped by the police, and it's not like we got stopped. Like I don't want to get into the whole situation. I wasn't doing anything illegal. I can just say it. Her and I, we went and we parked at at what used to be my former driveway, and I say former in the sense that my family and I were in the process of moving out of that place. And so, like, this cop, You know, we were parked there. We weren't doing anything bad. We were literally just having a conversation. I shit, you know, we're literally just having a conversation, or else this would be a story of how the cops found me, I don't know, naked or some shit, which is not the story at all. Anyway, give me a second, 21. Anyway, he like knocked on the window and told me to get out, and so, which I did. And he was like pissed off. He was talking to me about like, what am I doing there? And my girlfriend back then, like, she started crying, dude. Like, you know, like the way this guy was acting really scared her. And she was crying, and this guy takes me to the back of the car. I'm working in Qatar, so yeah. I met some Mexico legends who are staying at my workplace. Awesome, dude. That's really cool. I didn't know you were in Qatar. That's pretty cool. It's nice to know that people all around the world have an interest in this hobby. I'm sure it's crazy over there right now with everything that's going on. Like everything going on with like the cut and everything, like just how much it's a big event, right? It's a huge event. Anyway, going back to my story, he takes me to the back of the cruiser, like not the cruiser, sorry, the back of my then girlfriend's car, and he like basically makes me stand in front of the trunk, and he starts shining his fucking cop flashlight in my eyes. Like, I'm not talking about you know, from here, from like where I am to like the wall. No. This guy was like up on my fucking face, like here, like right. The camera's my eye, and he was doing this, right? Like right here to the fucking camera. And well, I got a similar story when I was a kid because I almost knocked out a kid because he stole my stuff in front of police. I'm sure they stopped you too, huh? Anyway, the guy fucking is shining his light in my eye, and he's like, "Oh yeah, what are you guys doing here?" And he was being aggressive. Like his tone of voice was very aggressive. And everything's gonna make sense in a little bit. So sorry that I'm dragging this out. And then he's like, are you on drugs right now? You know, because your eyes are red. Or have you been drinking? Have you been doing, you know, are you under any illegal substances? And I was like, no. I was like, no, I'm not. And for those who are in the chat, believe it or not, I've never smoked a cigarette in my life. I've never smoked, you know, weed, even if it's legal here in Canada. I've never done any sort of narcotics. I think it's one of the things I live by. Like I'll drink every once in a while, like every once in a while, like every once in a while. It's not something I do every day or every week. Maybe once a month, and I don't even get drunk. I'll drink like a couple of beers and that's it. But that's like a very rare occasion. Anyway, so this guy is telling me like, hey, you know, are you on any drugs right now? And substances? I'm like, no, I'm not. I've never, you know, I'm like, you could literally take me to the police station. Told them, run a test on me. I've never done drugs in my life, let alone smoked a cigarette. And he keeps shining his fucking light on me. Keep in mind though, so I didn't tell you the date, or I mean the time. He was using a flashlight because it was like 8 o'clock at night. Okay. And he's got this fucking light on me. And like at this point, I'm a little frustrated because he's being very, very aggressive, especially with the way he's shining his light in my face. And I tell him, look, the only reason, you know, keep in mind, I was like 15, 16 years old. And I told him, you're shining your light in my face. Literally, like, sir, I told him, sir, you have your flashlight like a couple inches from my eyes. Obviously, they're red. And you're making me open up my eyes so you can check what color they are. Like, obviously, they're gonna get irritated because you have fucking light shining in my eyes. Yeah, you like that damaged retina feeling, don't you? And he's like, and then another cop comes by at that point because his cruiser was right behind us. So we couldn't back out even if we wanted to. And another cruiser comes onto the road going into the driveway. The cop comes out, and the cop asks him like, "Hey, you know, like, what is going on?" And this guy's like, "Well, you know, they're here, blah blah blah. They shouldn't be here." And the other cop turns to me and he talks to me, right? And he's like, "Hey, is it true? Are you guys not supposed to be here? Is this your property?" blah, blah, blah. And at that point, I could have said, I'm gonna plead the fifth, but I don't have anything to hide. And I wasn't trying to hide anything, so I told him, no, I don't have anything to hide. I told him, yeah, this is, and I told him I am actually allowed to be on this property because my family still has the lease on it for like the next like week, because we're in the process of moving out. And he's like, okay, he's like, I understand. So he tells me to get back in the car. Oh no, well, he asked me the same question, right? He asked me, are you under any substances, or have you done any drugs tonight, or anything that we should know about? He's like, if I search her car, are we gonna find anything? I'm like, no, you're not gonna find anything. I'm like, you're not even gonna find. And I told him, like, I remember this. It's kind of embarrassing. Like, you're not even gonna find any condoms. I'm like, because we're literally just sitting here having a conversation. He's like, it's okay. He's like, I believe you. He's like, just get your things and or like get in the car and just drive away. Don't come back here at night. You know, because he basically said it could be misconstrued that maybe we're doing something illegal, especially when it's dark and it's at, you know, in this driveway. I'm like, okay, that's fine. He was a lot nicer than the other cop. The other cop was a fucking dick. Anyway, the other cop leaves. Like, the first cop leaves. He just goes away. And sorry, give me a second here. And right as we're pulling out, so the other guy leaves, right? Like the first guy, the asshole guy leaves. The other cop pulls up and he's like, well, he's still there. And so we're pulling out. And so keep in mind, we're pulling out. And so we have to pull out next to the other driver's car. Or not, sorry, the other cop car. And the other cop, the second guy, like, he puts down his window. So I put down my window because I'm on the passenger side, right? Because I don't have a driver's license at that point. I'm the only one who has a driver's license. My girlfriend then, because she was 2 years older than me. She was 18, I was 16. Or she was 17, I was 15, one of those two. And he says, hey, you know, I'm sorry about that. Sorry about the officer doing that, blah, blah, blah. I forgot his name. He's like, but his sister, he told me, that cop's sister owns this house, which your family rents, I assume. And supposedly there was bad blood between your parents and his sister, so he's just really mad and you know, looking out. He's trying, you know, he was just maybe a little agitated, blah blah blah. And according to this cop, and it's true, there was bad blood between my dad and that landlord. Nothing bad at all. In fact, now that I would tell you, I don't fucking, I think my dad's an asshole, right? So if he had done something or we had done something, I would let you guys know, because I'm not gonna pretend, you know, that everything was all good. But and the point is, fuck that cop, right? I could have easily invoked my right to stay silent, but I didn't because I don't have anything. He pulled down the window, so anyway, I started blasting. Yeah. Anyway, he pulled down the window and just told us that, and he told us, hey, you know, like, just to avoid any future conflict, just don't come back here. I know that maybe you guys still have the lease, but let's just avoid any problems. And that was like a cool cop. But the other cop was a fucking dick. I don't understand how there's like, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to sound like an asshole, but anyway, the point is, I could have invoked my Miranda rights. My Fifth Amendment, I could have invoked all of that. I didn't. I didn't have anything to hide. But then you have these fucking guys who are obviously guilty and they don't even invoke their right. They think they can play the police. And I always find it really funny. Like, I'm watching this, but it's also very surprising. Like, you have the ability to stay quiet. Like, you do not have to talk to the police. You don't. Especially if you know that you're in the right or whatever. I decided to talk to him, like I said, because I had nothing to hide. If he wanted to search me, unless he was going to plant something on me, he wasn't going to find anything. I'm a straight A student, honor roll. You know, I'm in band and all this shit. Like, there's no way you're going to find anything on me. I'm literally, like, just a normal kid, right? Anyway. Total fucking asshole, dude. I don't know if you guys have any stories like that. I know that that Mood was talking about something that happened to him when he was younger, but yeah, I've just been very entrenched in watching police interrogations on YouTube. I think they're very interesting. Very interesting. And they're very sad too, man. They're very sad. I was watching one, the one that I was watching last night before I went to sleep was about these two 12-year-old girls who were charged with attempted murder on their friend. And they were 12, dude. They were 12 years old at that time, and they were getting charged for attempted murder. They almost killed their friend, and like I think they stabbed her like I don't know how many times. I think you've heard it. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe if you guys are interested, it's the Slender Man, crime, or the Slender Man killers. That's what they're called. Yeah, but it's such a sad thing to see, man. Like I was watching that one, and I felt kind of weird in my stomach. I'm like, not because I can't handle the topic, but these are little girls, man, and they're. And they did all this, and then you'd look, and they're not like short videos. I'm talking about like 2.5-hour videos that I watch, right? That's why I go to sleep late. So I'm not watching like a 20-minute video. I'm literally sitting there watching this long video about you know, about this stuff. The last few times I run in with the cops is often in school, and that's when they went in there to steal from the kids. You mean they did some checks? Did they do some locker checks? I remember we had locker checks every once in a while in my school. Not because there was anything bad in there, but just because it was a random fucking check. Like, and they don't even let you know when the check's gonna happen. You're just in school, I remember. And then once you're in your first period class, in the intercom, you know, the announcement, the principal's like, today the county police will be here doing a check and blah blah on lockers. So because at that point, you know, if you go out there, you're like, oh, I should go out and hide what I have in there that's not legal. You can't do that, right? I mean, you're gonna do that and you're gonna run into the police in there and be like, hey, like, you know, what are you trying to hide? So Lawrence, what's up? I haven't seen you in a while, Lawrence. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a great start to your day. We're just hanging out here. I am currently building the MGEX, getting the wing unit assembly done here. I think I already did the backpack. This is the backpack, guys, by the way. I didn't show you. This is the backpack. Very simple. I think it'll look a lot more interesting once we get the wings going. The cops made outrageous claims about something, and then they steal your stuff. Yeah, man, it's I don't know. I don't have. I think the only bad cop. Well, actually, I have another bad cop memory, but that one is a little more. Nothing like I've never done anything to. I'm not on record. Like I don't have any permanent record where I'm, you know. I've never gone to jail. I've never had, you know, any actual allegations towards me or whatever. Just busy with work so far. How's the build so far? No, just busy with work. How's the build so far? It is going extremely well. I really like this kit. Oh, you want to see the shimmer of the kit? Let me get here. Look at this kit. In fact, you want more shimmer? I'll put the light over here. But look at this kit. Look at that. Look at the reflection. That's something we were talking about yesterday. But the reflection on this kit is just. Look at that. It's really tough. It's really tough to hold this up. it just reflects light so nicely because of the metallic finish on it. But Lawrence, the build is going really well. I thoroughly am enjoying my time. I haven't built any Strike Freedom before, so this is the first experience I have with it. But just the frame and seeing it all come together with all different metallic finishes on them is it's a sight to behold. I really hope that this is something I do later on with like another kit, because they're doing it's a great execution on this side of things. The only thing I've had, so let me back up. The only thing I've had a problem with thus far has been the two of the etching stickers. I was mentioning earlier at the beginning of the stream that they're like on this weird, I'll show you actually. Grab this. They're on this weird green like holder thing. And the sticky side is the one over here in the clear. This is not the sticky side. This is the sticky side. So you take this part out. You're supposed to take them out with the sticky side facing you, so you're touching it, so it's losing adhesiveness. And then if you don't put them on right the first time, the adhesiveness, which isn't strong from the get-go, loses it loses its tiny adhesiveness like in a couple of seconds. If you don't get it right, that's not gonna stick and it's just gonna fall off. So I have two pieces here that I wasn't able to put on yesterday that lost the adhesiveness. So I'm probably gonna buy a glue stick and just rub it on it and just put it on the where it needs to go. I just think it's a great idea. It's a terrible execution. They could have done better in this category, mainly because I worked with the PGU and I built the PGU when it came out, and it also has etching stickers, and those were just so miles better than these, or just the little sheet that it's on. I learned to take the cops with a cup of salt, as not all cops are good. Not all cops are good, not all cops are bad. Difficult to know. I think as long as you're kind of minding your own business and sticking to a lot of things, you should be fine. I know that in some cases, some people do that and they still, end up in terrible situations. So it's a tough thing to say. Haven't been really a fan of the Strike Freedom, but I actually dig this redesign. I was not a fan of the Strike until Josh Adara's Strike, and I fell in love with the feet and just the overall design. I think it's a very sharp, unique design. And I know unique may sound weird because there's so many strikes, force and pulls, blah, 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 and they all look up the same. But just in general, the main suit, the Strike, I just think it's a very iconic suit. Did you try using tweezers? I did, and I wasn't pulling them out with my fingers. I was actually using a knife to stick it underneath to where the green screen is, and then pulling it up. So I wouldn't touch it. Like I said, every other etching sticker has done well in sticking to its surface. Like the ones up front, the ones on the other sides of the legs and whatever. But just, it wasn't a nice experience. It wasn't a nice experience working with them. Strike Gundam has been in a lot of places in the source content. Isn't the Strike literally built to be, you get the backpacks, right? So the Strays, all of those are based on the Strike, which I think is awesome. I think it goes to show just how good of a design the Strike is, and how what's it called, like all the different things you can do with it. I forgot what that's called. Diverse. So yeah, those are my 2 cents so far on the build. Once the review comes out later this month, you guys will hear the rest of my thoughts. I'm currently brainstorming everything that I'm gonna do with the build. I know that so far, I know that I'm gonna be putting out 2 videos on it. So one will be the review and the other one will be a group discussion on it. I think it'll be good to put 2 videos like that out instead of one long video with group discussion and review. I don't want the viewers to get bored halfway through. So if you just want to know my overall opinion, watch the review. If you want to know the group opinion and what we all think, and different points of view that you can watch the other video. And that's what I think we're gonna end up doing. Adaptive was the word? Yeah, okay, yeah, adaptive, but there's another one. It's adaptive, diverse. There's another word. It's in my mind, but I don't know which one it is. Strike, there are more than 5 strike guns built from what the manga revealed. I didn't know that. See, this is why I need you guys. There's certain things I just don't know when it comes to lore and stuff. Like I said, I have Derek, right? But Derek is currently at work. It's not like I can just call him and be like, "Hey, Derek, I need you to explain to me the inner workings of Gundam lore for the strike." All right, let's see. Oh, okay. So here we go. No, it's not variety. It's oh fuck. You guys are making me think of this right now, and I can't. It's when something can be used with in different situations. So, yeah, adaptable is a good word, but that's not the word I'm looking for. And this is gonna drive me insane. It's like, you know, you guys have had that happen where you have this idea or this word in your mind, and you just know the fucking word, but you can't remember specifically what it's on, and so that's why I was thinking diverse, but not agile. Yo, Noopla Builder, welcome to the chat. Thanks for joining in, man. By the way, guys, I'm not saying you should. I'm not enticing you to, but Super Chat has been enabled. I enabled it after we were talking about it yesterday. I think Silky was the one who mentioned it. You know, if you want to do it, awesome. If you don't, that's fine too. That's great. Thing is that the option is there. I have enabled it. I figured it out. So that's just something to keep in mind. I don't know how to add a donation thing. So I'd rather do donations because donations come straight to us instead of going through YouTube or whatever the hell. I don't know if I just put a link in the description, but if I put a link in the description, is YouTube gonna get mad at me? Versatile! There it is, versatile. That's the word, Lawrence. That's the word. Silky, malleable, pillable, pliable. Pliable, no. Malleable, no. It's versatile. It's a very versatile suit. Thank you. Lawrence, I fucking appreciate that, man. I was going insane. I knew the word. Yo, Silky, you didn't have to do the $20 immediately, man. Come on. Thanks, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. I don't know if something should have come up. I think I added notifications. Maybe they're not working. I don't know. The YouTube one is weird, man. I'm still trying to figure it out. Twitch is so much easier when it comes to user interface and use, but I do appreciate it, Silky. That is awesome. Thank you so much. All the money that's ever been given to us or donated has been used on GTS for any number of things. So I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Lawrence, you saved my life, dude. Or more than anything, you saved my brain's life. Oh, something came up. Oh, it just took a bit. Look, Silky. It came up. Silky donated $20 to Super Chat. I don't know why it's so delayed, but it's there. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I thought I changed the GIF on that. Maybe it didn't go through. Maybe they didn't click save settings. Lucas O'Donnell got the other Strike Gundam in the manga. That too would be upgraded to the Strike Enhanced to handle the IWSP pack as well. Are the Gundam mangas good? The thing is, I've never been into manga. I think I've gone over this. I'm more of a comic book guy. But I asked because I know that some mangas are better than the shows and some people prefer the shows. And I'm talking about in general when it comes to anime. all this undergating is good because all these nub marks are hidden. Undergating is such a good technology. It works well. It's a little annoying, mainly because it's more cleanup, but you get a cleaner finish. The Gundam manga is all hit and miss, but the Seed manga side stories are far better than the main story. Is this what we were talking about yesterday? I think you were talking about this, how that the side stories are better compared to the show that is kind of a shit show in some way. I think you mentioned Mercenary. Oh. Yeah, we were. Yep. Okay, now about how the original creator passed away and her legacy or something is how bad that the show was. Or the story after like a certain point was. I remember. Yeah. See, I pay attention. I pay attention. We were talking about, sorry, sometimes it seems like there's a new chat that came up, and then I realized that it hasn't. By the way, I wanted to ask another question to you guys. What do you guys think so far of these streams? The quality, now that like I said, I'm on vacation right now, so I'm thinking that once this MGEX is built, I'm gonna keep doing these streams. I want to say daily. I was talking to my wife about that, and she's like, daily? She's like, you sure you're not going to burn out? I'm like, I don't know. But I really want to create a schedule where I do these. Like, I want to build, after this kit, I'll be building the, I'll be finishing the Thunderbolt for Ka. And then I have some other kits literally in my closet that need to be built. So I'm thinking maybe we do that. Kira should have died after Destiny episode 34. There it is, after a certain amount, but as the writer couldn't get herself to do it, she shoehorned Kira back to the plot with BS reasons. Yeah, we were talking about that. It's important to be able to kill off a main character. If you're gonna do it right. I think one of, all right, first of all, spoiler alert. I'm just gonna ask something, you guys can type in the chat, let me know. But everybody in the chat has seen, what's it called, Death Note, right? I don't want to talk about a show and then have it spoiled for you guys. I'd rather see you stream painting or scribing and doing some kind of custom, honestly. Oh, Nupla, that's awesome. That'll definitely be in the pipeline. Where is that kit? Oh, so this is the one that I was working on before I dropped off the face of the world. Because I was working and whatever. So this is what I was originally customizing and scribing. You guys can see the scribes and the added plates. So I think I'll finish this. I gotta go buy some more legs for my white table so I can have a paint. And I might just end up, if Brian's still in the chat, I might just end up asking Brian and see if he can let me borrow his booth. His painting booth. Sometime again. I need to get one myself. And I'm sure I'll be able to paint here, like I mentioned yesterday. It gets pretty warm in this room, so I don't have to worry about frosting or anything. And because of that, shoehorning is why Destiny's reputation suffers so badly. I can imagine. When I was young, yeah, they did all the work to introduce Shin and then threw it off the side after bringing Kira back to life. I don't know about in depth, but I don't mind spoilers. So I'll just talk about it. I'm just letting you guys know, giving you a warning. If you haven't seen Death Note, I'm about to talk about it. I think the ending of Death Note is one of the better endings, for as much as I hated it, because I'm a huge Light Yagami fan. Not because I'm like some, it's not because I'm like, oh, I'm not like other people. I'm quirky. Like, no. When I say that he's a great villain, because I think obviously he's very corruptible, and the main reason why he's a super smart guy, right? But he ends up losing to his own hubris, I guess you could say. And for as much as a lot of his ideas were great in the beginning, because who wouldn't want to kill, or just kind of make, not kill but eliminate all the bad in the world by just writing down prisoners' names that did terrible deeds, right? But in the end, when he dies, right, it's good. That's a good ending. It's good to be able to do that. Killing L midway through the show, when people absolutely loved L, was also very well done. It takes a lot of fucking balls to do that, right? You don't want to just have all your characters have a bunch of plot armor and be untouchable. You want to be able to, see, one of the problems is, especially when right now I notice it right now watching any show. I don't like to watch shows and have to wait a week or a month for the episode. So if a new season of something that I want to watch comes out, I will more than often than not wait until the season is over and then sit down and watch all of it in one sitting, right? But where was I going with this? I was talking about another. But for example, I'm watching Ozark right now with my wife. Please don't spoil it for me. But when certain things happen that are supposed to be tense, I turn to my wife and I'm like, I don't think anything's gonna happen to, so-and-so character, or else there wouldn't be, 3 more seasons to watch or 2 more seasons to watch. So, I guess part of the tension is ruined, and I guess that's my fault, but because of what I do. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any other examples of shows or things that you've watched where they do a good job of taking out a main character? I mean, I could name one more, but I think we're gonna delve into spoiler territory, and maybe somebody doesn't want to get spoiled on other shows and whatnot. And I understand that. I hate spoilers. But if you guys are telling me, if you guys are telling me that Seed is, it suffers because it doesn't want to take risks. You have to have a good balance in risk too, right? Like nowadays, I think I was talking to Brian about this once. Nowadays, all horror movies, if you guys have ever seen horror movies or watch a lot of horror movies, nowadays, let me just move this up so that way you guys can see me doing this stuff. In horror movies, I think it's gotten to a point where it's typical for the bad guy to win. And I hate that. I hate that so much. Like, it's good. It's good for a bit, Every once in a while, seeing the bad guy win is good. But when it's every single fucking time, it can get pretty annoying quickly. IBOC's second season is killed by the writer's decision to shoehorn Galileo back into the plot for when he was supposed to be dead by the end of season 1. I agree with that. That was a little bit. I mean, as much as I love IBO, I can say that it was a little. It was like, yo, are you serious? Like, what the fuck? Oh, it's only 2. Okay. Oh, then what did I cut out? I cut out. Okay. Always read the instructions, guys. Always read the instructions. I'm back at committing mistakes again. Well, not mistakes, but just, cutting things out when I shouldn't have. The writer's decision to shoehorn Galio back into the plot had to do with their excuse to bring JP voice actor back for another season. Really? I've never heard that. I think certain decisions that are made by executives or by studios that are very business related and they impact the story are shitty just in general in any medium, be it anime, or film or whatever. Rogue One, I thought, had a great main character deaths. It made sense in a way that these core characters risked their lives for the rebellion. I've heard terrible things of Rogue One. In fact, I think I've told you guys before I don't watch Star Wars stuff unless it's The Mandalorian, because I fucking adore that show. Thank you, Brian, for having me watch that. Yeah, I've heard terrible things regarding story and storytelling and what they decided to do. Isn't there a part where, is that the one where this guy is like, Palpatine is back somehow or some shit, and he literally says it like that? I remember the fans were a little more than pissed with the very shitty explanation on things and just shoehorning characters back for the sake of having them back. Now, I could be wrong. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I know everything about Star Wars, so if you guys want to correct me, then by all means. I can't watch horror movies at night. I get it. The thing for me, though, is I'm always on the lookout for the next good horror movie. So when there's a horror movie and it has a little bit of a promise, I'll watch it. And I'll watch it just because I want to know if it's gonna be good, if it's gonna be good. And lately, like, there's this movie that I watched a couple months ago that I was very excited for, but when I watched it in theaters with my wife and we came out of the movie, it was one of those, it was a great premise, it was a great idea, but the execution was just terrible. Oh, that's the sequel trilogy. Rogue One is a movie where they were stealing the Death Star plans. Okay, is that the first one of like the next 3? I don't know. I just know that a lot of people didn't connect to what's her name? The Skywalker girl. What's her name? Rey or whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. I'm not gonna pretend like I said like I know what I'm talking about. A lot of my knowledge of those movies come from memes of disgruntled Star Wars fans. I think there's a joke out there that nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. But horror movies, yeah, like I was saying, Nupla. I'm always in search of the next good. Oh god, I did it again. Of the next good horror movie, and a couple months ago I went to watch Smile when it came out. And yeah, I mean, if you guys want me to talk about that movie, I can tell you specifically why I think it was a good idea, but a terrible premise. I mean, but a terrible execution, sorry. Is this even actually?
Accidentally slapped my sister on a jump scare. Yo, there are some jump scares that are pretty good in some, like when movies do it right, and it's funny, right? Like the actual, what's going on? One of my favorite scary scenes, not necessarily a scary movie, is from the movie Annihilation. Like, I can't say that word right. Annihilation. With what's her name? I forgot her name. She's also in Star Wars, I think, right? See you, Silky. Take care, man. Thank you so much for everything. Catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. IBO Season 2 would have been better if Galio's sister knew that McGillis killed her brother, made her dead brother and Ion the AI of the Vidar, and became the Vidar's pilot in place of shoehorning. Yeah, when that guy... Yeah. I mean, look, don't get me wrong. I still very much love IBO. Oh, but like, for example, IBO, at the end of IBO, when everybody fucking dies, when Mikasuki dies, fighting, going all out, when they killed, his, what's his name? Fuck, I forgot his name. I'm terrible with these names, guys. His brother, you know, you guys know what I'm talking about. I thought it was very well done. I wasn't expecting it. Gordon Nobles? No, not Gordon Nobles. What's his name? Z. It's with the Z, isn't it? Fuck, I forgot his name. Can't believe I forgot his name. I'm stretching real quick. Age 26. Whatever his friend is, when he says, the guy he's always saying, we're going home now, right? We're going where we belong. You. No, that's not his name. It's with the Z, I think. Yeah, that guy got fucked up. Did he get shot? He got shot in the stall. Yeah, not that guy. Talking about when they kill the main guy of Tekiden, the white hair guy. You know, Mikasuki's brother. Orga, not, it wasn't with the Z. Yeah, Orga, when Orga died. There it is, Orga. No, I know he's his friend. I'm saying, I mean, technically, you know, they're friends, but they like, pretty sure they consider themselves like family, like brothers, right? So, yeah, when they killed him, that's a, you know what? Fuck all that. I think the most surprising death to me was when they killed that girl. When she was in there buying the teddy bear. We were watching it, and I knew she was, like, we knew, I think they showed glimpses of her being followed. And you guys are good with these names, by the way. Like, I don't remember these names, but I remember we were watching that, my wife and I. And we were laughing because she found, like, the right fucking teddy bear that looked exactly like what's his name. And we were like, oh, that's so cute, you know, she obviously likes him, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's so obvious, so cool. And then bam! I was like, what the fuck? I don't think any other death hit me as hard as as her death. Oh, guys, remember when you're building the kit, keep in mind, as I've mentioned before, all the undergating nubs. I didn't take some off, and these are supposed to click together, and they're not going to click because I didn't clean it correctly. So I have some nubs here. Yep, they're right here. So I gotta be careful not to stress the plastic. Yeah, Lafta. She died. It was so sad. I was like, oh my god. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting that death. And then right after she died, literally, it was just like, all right, who's gonna die next episode? How many are gonna die next episode? What's gonna happen next episode? This is what we have so far in the wings, so you guys know. Her death was a huge what the fuck moment on par with Slaggers and all of Gundam. Yeah, because I think that death of hers was really well written in the sense that there's no way in hell you were expecting that. Yes, I am doing the 2 snips method. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting out the pieces, like so, with the bigger nipper, so I can get a nicer flush coat cut on them. So then I'll come back here and then I'll just go in there and let's see if this is on camera. I want it to focus. There we go. And then just come in here. And with yeah, you got to use your nicer nippers on the second cut. I tried watching the original Gundam. I think I mentioned this before, but I just can't. The old animation really gets it's really jarring for me. I can't watch it. I mean, I know the story. I've read it. But yeah. I think I mentioned it on my Virtue video. Like, a lot of the things that I like on Gundam. In fact, the reason I like Gundam is because of kits themselves, right? Oh, is my cat here? ¿Qué pasó, mi amor? Sorry, my cat was on. Hayato in double Zeta. Oh, I got hairs. Where is it? Here. I don't know who that is. Like I said, I haven't watched. I'll let you guys know which ones I've watched. I've watched IBO and Double O. Double O, not Double O, sorry. 08. Other than that, I haven't watched any other Gundam show. I tried watching Unicorn and kind of bored me, and then and I've seen Char's Counterattack, so I have seen Char's Counterattack in preparation for Hathaway's Flash. Char's Counterattack actually kept me awake, and then I fell asleep watching Hathaway's Flash. What do you think of the Hathaway? Well, there you go. I fell asleep watching the Hathaway movie. I didn't enjoy it. I thought, and look, I know. Look, you guys are asking for my opinion, right? So I'm just gonna let you guys know. I think that it's if you're following the story from way back and you understand every single little detail, then it's a good movie. I'm guessing, right? That's what I've heard. But for me, who I haven't been following, I didn't watch, every other little thing and sit down and try to understand all of it. I found it to be a very boring movie. I went into the movie expecting expecting to see some cool robot fights, like some mech fights, right? I was expecting some awesome fights. But I think we only got like I only got like 10 minutes of a robot fight. And I know that sounds very superficial in that, oh, all you want to see is robots fighting. You don't care about the story, you don't care about politics, whatever. And you'd be right. In that case, I really just didn't care for Hathaway or for any of his story. I didn't care for the girl that was there trying to seduce him in the beginning of the movie. I didn't care for the terrorist organization or whatever it was. I didn't care for any of that. And then the few minutes of a fight that we got was it was short as hell. It was dark as hell. There was no action like before. Like, for example, when you're watching Char's Counterattack, it's an old movie, right? Animation isn't amazing, but at least, you know, watching that long drawn out fight between the new and the Sasabi it's epic, man. It's epic. You can feel every hit, but Penelope against these eyes, it's like, ugh. What is this? In my opinion, again, if you like it, that's awesome. You know, more power to you. Lucy, vamos para allá, mi amor, por favor. So yeah, most of the original Gundam wasn't about mech fights. It had a combination of, well, that's the thing. In the past, I cared about those pauses. For as much as I didn't watch the original Gundam, reading about it, watching clips of the show, reading about Char, because if you guys, I don't know if you guys remember this or if you guys were here for that back then, but when I first started GTS with Justin, we had these videos on lore, and I had to get into it, and I really had to read and investigate and research, and that's how I know a lot about the story of the original Gundam and the UC timeline. But I'll be honest with you guys straight up. The original Gundam, I don't like because the animation is very old. It's the same reason why I wouldn't watch a cartoon from the 80s. It's just something that I personally do not like. I just, watching the very low budget anime style for me is just boring. The story, I'm sure, is good. I tried watching the compilation movies when they came out on Netflix. Same deal. I couldn't. They're like 3 hours long or 2 hours long and a half each. And I know they're trying to put together like whatever number of episodes. And then you have Double Zeta, which is before Char's Counterattack, right? Or Zeta and then Double Zeta, which I never gave a chance because I just didn't care for it. Char's Counterattack because I'm a huge Sazabi and New fan, so I watched the whole thing, you know, all of what Char was trying to accomplish, and I thought it was a great fight at the end. I thought that really went well. And then, you know, you have Unicorn, which is also part of the UC timeline, which I just think is boring too, and I know that people like it. I tried watching, I really got far into it, but I promise you, I think I was like on episode 7 or 8, and I was just like, I can't. And then you have Hathaway's Flash, and Hathaway's Flash to me was even more boring. And that's why I can safely say with confidence that I fell asleep watching Hathaway's Flash. I fell asleep watching that movie. It's okay, Jess, I don't watch anything, I'm just here for the model kits. And that's the thing, I'm also here for the model kits. Give me more model kits and I'll be happy. But shows wise, like even The Witch of Mercury from Mercury, I tried watching it. Okay, I think it's good. I think what Derek and Alina and Kevin said, Derek, Kevin, and Alina said regarding it being more for everybody instead of just, you know, because Gundam used to be very, you have to know the franchise in order to like it this much, right? To want to watch the new shows and all that. But I also got a little bored. I didn't care for the whole story, and I think the suits are cool. I thought the aerial is pretty nice. But that's what I'm here for though. Like when I see Gundam, when I watch Gundam, I'm here for the designs, right, of the mechs. I think they're awesome. I'm very attracted to not like that. Attracted to the idea of these super awesome piloted mechs. So without the original, then Zeta, then charge content with OVAs and side content. Without the OVA content, Gundam was all about the hardcore base early on, for which is why it suffered in ratings and launch of its own. Yeah, there's a reason why, guys. Gundam is big, okay? I think it's one of the best selling franchises and blah blah in history. Okay, it is. But there's something that we as fans also agree on. Bandai's and Sunrise's market for these shows and movies is literally Asia, right? And there's a reason for that, because they liked it. They were the first audience. They were the hardcore audience, and they still are. In Western side, the only thing that literally popped off was Gundam Wing, because of Toonami. And Toonami was very, I think, pivotal in people's lives for anime, for people who really got into anime. I know that it did something for me. I never watched Gundam Wing because that's another one I never cared for. I liked the designs because I've seen them since I was young. And then you have something like Samurai X that I watched on Toonami, and I absolutely fell in love with that. Watched Cowboy Bebop on Toonami, and I absolutely fucking fell in love with that. So, even to this day, it's difficult for Gundam, even with The Witch from Mercury, for as much as it'll bring new people in. It's difficult because you're trying to rewrite, 40 years of history on Gundam being for the hardcore fans that know about Gundam, right? It's a tough thing to do, to try to rewrite all of that and try to make it more accessible to people who aren't into anime. Honestly, I was the same. Also, maybe I was too young for all the politics, and I'm more into cool robots and Gundam. But I appreciate all the lore and stuff. I'm there with you, Sobri. I'm really right there with you. I appreciate good lore. When I take a liking into a kit. So, for example, I really like the Strike Freedom, right? So what I'll probably do is I'll probably read up on its lore. I'll probably read up on it. Will I watch the show? No, probably not. But I'll read up on it. But I am in the hobby. I'm aside from the community and all that, I was in the hobby because of the kits, right? Gundam Wing was all about Hero and finding out what he was up to for when I was first introduced to Gundam. But you were introduced to Gundam through Gundam Wing, not through the original Gundam. Or I could be mistaken. Maybe you're like, no, actually I did like Gundam way before. But for a lot of people, including my friends here, their first instance of falling in love with Gundam was through Wing. Surprisingly for me, it was through Wing as well in 2019 when I really got into it, when I first built my first Wing kit. But then I was like, oh, there are cooler kits out there, in my opinion, designs. And so I gave, and trust me, I give animes a chance. I've never been an anime guy, but I still sat down and watched IBO, and I really liked it. And it could have been like any other Gundam stuff that I've seen, and immediately said, it's kind of boring, you know? A new Gundam was there as Viz promoted it every now and then, but it was Wing that got me into the franchise. See, and that's fine. That's a lot of people in the Western world. That's why I think I mentioned yesterday, I'm pretty sure that the Wing Zero was voted the most popular Gundam design in the Western side of the world. As when you go to like Japan, it's the new, right, and stuff like that. But it's because people already have a connection to Wing. And look, and this is nothing against Gundam themselves. I never got into, like, for example, Transformers, like cartoons and stuff. I've never Power Rangers. Nope. I'm very, I don't know, I'm very peculiar on my taste of things that I like. Wing Zero Custom was voted #1 in North America. In fact, there you go. Oh, it was Wing Zero Custom. There it is. Oh, yeah, it was a Wing Zero. Yeah. Yep. I remember reading that. That's something that I talked about, I think, when we were talking about anime franchises in one of our old videos. When it comes to mecha and story, I'm more of an Evangelion fan. I'm not more. I am an Evangelion fan. I'd much rather watch another Evangelion anything than watch a Gundam anything. Unless it's like IBO or something. But even then, Evangelion to me is way up there when it comes to story and everything. So, do with that as you please. But Gundam Wing is, for a lot, the introduction to this hobby. Actually, I'm almost sure that if I were to talk to my mom and my dad knew about mecha anime because of like Voltron and Mazinga. Because in Mexico, those are shows that that were easily available on TV. So my mom knows about Mazinga and about Voltron and these things, right? And for example, in regards to me liking Gundam and the designs, like for Transformers, I'm not a huge Transformers design guy. I think they're blocky and they're just kind of ugly, TBH. And I know that people like them. That's fine. You're allowed to like what you like. I'm just stating my opinion here. I just don't like. I don't think they're appealing to me in any way. Compared to the more intricate designs of the Gundams and stuff, right? So I think I'm very much more into that aspect of a show or a kit or, you know, mechas. Fuck, the Evangelion designs are sick as hell too, right? I mean, the Evangelion designs are iconic. The blocky Gundams are my favorite. I clearly have a type. Well, that would make sense, right? You like the GMs and stuff, so I know that, and that would make sense. Maybe it's because of that design language from Transformers. But I'm sure that if anybody were to ask you, Brian, what you are, which I'm not saying you're disputing this, I'm just saying that if somebody were to say, hey, are you a Gundam fan before a Transformers fan, or vice versa, and you'd be like, vice versa. My love for this probably came from Transformers. For you in this case, right? I think my first exposure to Gundam Gunplay is when I saw some HG Wing and X, those old HGs in 1-1. How long ago was that? I was first exposed to this hobby in my younger years when I originally gave plastic modeling a chance when I was younger. I was very much into a lot of things when I was younger, right? I was a busy kid in school. You know, I was in band, theater, mathletes, physics, chemistry club, and all that stuff, right? So it was difficult for me to stay like in one thing. I was also in the Boy Scouts when I was way younger, and you know, I was always doing some activity. And yeah, I built some plastic models. I was very much into Legos, so I built a lot of like race car Legos and all that stuff. But when I was doing like plastic models, I would see some kits on the shelves. I just never got them. I was interested, but money-wise, I could never ask my dad to, you know, pay for something like that when, you know, he could get me something else or whatever. And but now, you know, that I'm older, and I will always remember that first Gundam I got at EB Games. That November of 2019, end of November 2019, was the first time I ever built a Gundam. kit, and I mean, you guys know the rest of the story. I'm literally sitting here with the channel and all this stuff now, right? Probably 1997 or something. Wow, that is wow. That was the year my sister was born. I was born 2 years before that, 1995. I think see, sometimes I forget, and I don't mean this in any bad way, right? So I don't want anybody to take offense to what I'm about to say. Oh, by the way, here are the rest of the wings. We're not done yet. I'm trying to get as much stuff done while we're having these conversations, but this gold is stupid beautiful. I can't wait for the GTS crew to see it. I've been sending them pictures on the WhatsApp chat that we have for the group, and this is beautiful, man. That's what turned me off from collecting Transformers. The designs in the early 2000s classics lines were really unique. Nowadays, it's more G1 oriented. Brian, do you have anything to say to that? By the way, guys, I'm just letting you guys know real quick. I am currently on the Discord chat. Like, I've been sitting here just waiting for somebody to come in. Somebody wants to come in. If you guys in the chat are part of the GTS Discord, you guys can go in there and look for the voice chat and just click on there, and then you guys would be transported to me, and then we can talk. All of us know that I started build my own Gunpla in 2014 with the MG Delta Plus, to the shock of my own friend who has been building them far longer than I have. The Delta Plus, man, we've talked about that kit. It's such a shame that it's an unstable build, and it's okay. You have to be honest, Mercenary. That kit literally suffers because of the transformation. It gives up so much stability and integrity within the frame for a transformation, albeit a cool transformation because it turns into a fucking like fighter jet jet plane thing. But yeah. But what I was saying is where I was like, hey, I hope people don't get offended, is that I'm actually pretty young compared to some people in the hobby that I talk to. Like I'm 27. I'm gonna be turning 28 next year. And I don't think I've talked to many younger people than me in the hobby. So a lot of people have different reasons for being here, and obviously their tastes are more cemented because of their childhood, right? Did I do this right? Is this what I had to cut out? II4. It says times 8 times 8. Oh, which ones did I cut out? Oh god, I'm dumb. Man, I have to really make sure that I'm reading these correctly. I'm stupid. Classics were a lot of fun. It's great when the designers get to try new things. I love the movie lines for all the original off-screen characters they'd come up with. There you go. I don't know too much about Transformers and their designs, but what I've told Brian and the rest of the community is that I'm a very big fan of the designs from the Michael Bay movies. I know I'm not talking about the Michael Bay storyline. I'm talking about just the designs, okay? Those fucking the first movie, seeing fucking Optimus Prime and Bumblebee turn from cars into a fucking mech and seeing all the inner workings was like, whoa. And then there's that kit that I'm pretty sure Brian has. It's the Optimus Prime one that has like all the tiny fucking detail. That's what I really like about like the newer Transformers compared to the I'm a fucking rectangle and here's another rectangle for my headlights that are now my chest and shit. Like I don't like those. We know Delta Plus MG got problems, but it is the first kit ever built to the shock of most veteran builders. Yeah, I'm shocked that that's your first build too. It has lots of problems, but nonetheless, it's still a great fucking kit. I personally still recommend people to get it, and that might not sit well with people because they're like, you know what, it's a shitty kit. But I still think it's one of those kits that people should have. I'm actually pretty sad that I gave it away to someone who probably, whatever, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Delta Plus is a great kit. You know what? Now that you mention it, I kind of want one again so I can eventually customize it, because it's very reminiscent of something that maybe Josh Adara would work on. Yo, Ruzzle, aka Power Shard. What is up, my man? Welcome to the stream. You came in just in time. We're talking about different reasons why people like Gundam and how you got into it and all of that. I guess that's not originally what we were talking about, but it's, you know, that's the thing with the kits with transformations and LEDs. Yep. That's the thing. Unfortunately, a lot of those kits suffer from integrity and issues when it comes to their frame, because they need to make it as easy to transform than anything. So and these wings are a little bit of a chore, TBH. There's so many pieces because you have to. I mean, they're repetitive, I think. Not that it's terrible. It's just, you know, doing the same thing over and over again. And that's my reasoning why I am not a fan of transforming kits. I know the people out there are gonna tell me that they have, I don't know, fucking whatever transforming kit, and that their transforming kit is the most stable thing in the world, that it'll never topple over, including on a 8.0 magnitude earthquake. God forbid. But no, transforming kits, they will always have that issue. And unfortunately, when I build one, and that's the first thing I'm going to look for. So when we get our hands on the Zeta Verka, you know, that's what I'm going to be focused on, right? Absolutely. Taking risk when designing those toys, but it was received well. Now that everyone loves G1, they are more prioritized to go that route, which is not bad. Yeah, I think it's important to remember that companies are out here trying to make money, right? So if a company notices that something is making money, then they're going to keep printing that until it stops making them that much money, right? And I know the same can be said for my hate on the unicorn, which I don't hate the design of. I just don't like that it's the only thing that they seem to make. You know what I mean? You know, I actually have a question for you guys. We were always talking about our favorite kits and all of this. I want to know, what is your least favorite kits that you've built? The ones that what kits would you not recommend people to build? I would want to know what kits you wouldn't recommend people to build. Oh, thanks. That actually makes me feel good, because I always feel when I talk about the Michael Bay designs that I'm going to get like an angry crowd with pitchforks and torches outside my house. That's why I'm like, it's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. It's not about the storyline. I'm talking about the actual thing. But yeah, anyway, what do you guys think? What kits can you guys tell me that you absolutely would not recommend somebody to build that you don't like? And I want to know why you don't like it. I know you'll probably just type the name, but if you guys could let me know why you don't like it. Yeah, I like that we get every flavor. I have so many versions of the same character. I really wish that people could see your collection and stuff. Brian. Let's see this here. Okay, I'm just sanding things down and cutting them up. So I don't have much to say about the build right now, as I just mentioned that it is a very repetitive process right now with the wings. So Zeta 2.0 is my least favorite. Okay, but why? Why is it your least favorite? I'm thoroughly checking that I've cut out all of these undergating nubs, because these are going to click together after I add something to the inside. So I got to make sure that I don't run into something not closing because I didn't cut out these little pegs. All right. I'm reading your answers, guys. So type away, let me know why it is that you don't like that kit. All right, Mercenary. Let's see what you have to say. Give me 1 second. Let me cut these out, or else I'm gonna have a HC. Okay, here we go. The design of the Zeta is fine, but there are too many shortcomings with the kit, as there are some oversight with the kit's engineering to meet the 2005 deadline to launch it in time for the movie. So the 2.0 is better than the 1.0, obviously, but it's still a bad kit. And because of rushed production. I don't think that's the first time we've ever... It won't be the first and it won't be the last time we talk about something that's been rushed to meet a deadline only for it to be ass on the deadline. I should get a Zeta 1.0 or 2.0 and build it just for the lulz, but I don't think I could submit myself to that torture. Zeta can't properly hold the post with its own main guns without constantly fighting with the kit just to do something as simple as that. I hate kits that can't hold their weapons up. Like when kits get those big weapons and it's like, why are you giving me this weapon if I can't even hold it up? I would be more forgiving to kits like that if they'd include like a little arm to hold it with. Like one of the kits that I can give you guys an example of that does that I like a lot is the MG Quant. So the Master Grade Quant Full Saber comes with, like, you know, the full saber, the full sword and the shield and all that shit. And they're big weapons, right? They're not tiny. But it also comes with those little clear holder thingies, like arms that hold the that you can just stick to a base so you can post the kit. I think it's very important to do that because it's basically Bandai saying, look, we're gonna give you this arm because we know that this kit is not gonna hold this fucking sword up, right? So just admit it. Don't give me a big ass weapon with no holder. And so in my mind, immediately I'm like, oh, I'll be able to post this kit only to have the kit holding the weapon pointing towards the core of the earth because it can't hold it up. Also, the main variable beam rifle ain't that heavy at all, because an oversight suffers greatly over the 1.0. Is it the what's it called? The ABS? What are they called? I know the joints aren't stiff. Obviously, it's an older kit, and it probably used those gum-like rubber joint holder thingies that are made out of ABS. This is obvious and I'm gonna get flagged, but bootleg metal build version Strike Freedom. I fucking gave up building that. It's so frustrating. The gold plating messed up the fitting, lol. It has to do with the hands. Oh, okay. Explain to me the hand parts, because I know that there's hands that just can't hold their weapons for shit. The pegs on the hand. They fall off easily, I'm guessing. The Strike Freedom metal build, I haven't heard of it. I've seen it. No, that's okay. So I have heard of it. I just haven't heard about it in the sense that somebody's talked to me about it. But here's the thing. I understand your frustration, and it's completely valid. When third parties do like metal coatings or a special coating or whatever, they're adding that paint, right, to like the mold or whatever, and they're getting a slight little bit thicker. Like they're adding a little bit more thickness to the original armor paint. That's something that you see, that I saw, and I mentioned in the Noah Sasabi bust review that I made a couple weeks ago, which you should definitely go watch and leave a like. In that review, I mentioned that a lot of the fitting problems come from the fact that it seems like the special coating, the nice candy red that it has, it seems to add like 1 millimeter of thickness that really fucks with like the fitting of any pieces that need to clamp together, and you can see it more with the little ship thingy that it comes with, the little pod, repair pod, and that's why I think Bandai's technology and engineering is so out there. It's so ahead of anything else on the market, because like right now, this kit has gold plating on it. It has that added layer of paint, but it's so well done that it doesn't interfere with kits, with the pieces fitting together. So you don't have to sand down any of this and get rid of that nice coating. Like it just fits. So the pegs are located. Because of all the constant fighting to get the 2.0 Zeta to hold the guns and post with it, the right arm eventually broke. I have since repaired the right arm, but after that, I seek another update of the Zeta, which is coming with the Zeta Verka. But I get you. I can see why that would be a problem. When kids can't hold their weapons in general, it is annoying to no end. You're like, it should hold it, right? It should be able to hold itself up. We're making progress, guys. The longest part have been those blue ones. The undergating adds an extra couple of seconds in finishing it, which, you know, total together to 8 pieces adds 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes, but adds more minutes to the overall process. But I think it's a necessary sacrifice in order to avoid any of those nub marks. So I can't complain. I cannot complain with that. But anyway, with third-party kits, that's what you see a lot of. You see those little things that they add that, and they're great. In hindsight, they're amazing. They're great. They look amazing, but they don't think of the tolerances. And all of a sudden, you have a kit that looks really nice, but you have to sand down to make it fit. And you just got to get props to Bandai for everything they do. I mean, I see the further I get into the hobby, and you know, the more time I spend in it, and the more kits I build, the more I realize that Brian is right. Bandai fucking spoils the shit out of us, so much that we expect perfection every single time. Sometimes it's hard for us who just build these kits, or the majority of these kits, it's difficult for us to be as forgiving to third party, or even Bandai themselves when they do one slight fuck up, right? Have you checked out the Infinite Dimension Genesis? It looks good and solid with details too. I haven't done any Infinite Dimension stuff. Oh, actually, that's a lie. I think I've done. I have some here in my house. I have 2 of them that I need to paint for one of my friends. I just need the booth to paint to get that done. Right now that I'm on vacation, I should be able to do it. I mean, don't get me wrong, third-party kits are getting there, you know? Oh, there are third-party mods to fix problems related to existing kits, but the price to fix all those problems is too costly when I stack up all the costs, for sure. You don't want to spend $150 on some kit and then have to spend another $30 to buy replacement parts and then waiting and then having to take it apart. It's just so much more. Bandai engineering is king, TBH. It really is. A lot of Gundam builders only build Gundam and don't know what else is out there. They don't know how good they have it. Yeah, I've noticed. A lot of we're privileged. We're privileged builders. That's why it's nice to get out of the comfort zone and build other things that aren't just Gundam and realizing what else is out there. I have some military kits in my... I have 2 military choppers in my closet right now, and I'm excited, but at the same time I'm terrified of when I start building those things, because I feel like it's gonna be it's not gonna be as fun of a time as I'd like it to be. And when Bandai knows what they're doing, it's a reason why I think that even though third-party people are like doing a bunch of things to bring new products, and I feel like Bandai's like, you know what, they can do what they do. They're never gonna do what we do, or they're gonna do what we do, but they can't get it as clean as we do. If that makes sense. Am I missing a PI? It's over here. Non-Bandai kits often need glue past the 1990 something mark. A lot of kits nowadays still need glue that are not Bandai kits. I mean, think about it. We get kits that are already painted straight out of the fucking runner, that out of the box you can just build, put together, put it up on the shelf, and somebody can come in and say, "Whoa, you did that?" And you're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Wow, it looks so good. The paint's so nice." You're like, "Well, that's how it comes." You just put it together. This is another Lego piece. Lego and Bandai have this fucking amazing technology and tolerances and measuring that things fit together precisely. And I mean, for Bandai, it took longer to get to that level, right? Because Lego has been in the game for a long time with that level of preciseness, right? So. But then a lot of cool things come from lack of innovation that, you know, us, the consumers, have to innovate. And think about it. Some time ago, right? Sometime, I don't know when, but somebody bought one of these kits and they started customizing it for the first time. And then that sparked a revolution in plastic models, and which came to become the hobby that we all like here, which is the Gunpla hobby. I know there were some military hobbies before. I'm talking about like the Gunpla specifically. Somebody saw one of these and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna add my own details to this shit. Lego slabs, so expensive though. They are very expensive. My wife and I really want to buy 2 Lego sets, okay? We really want to get the Death Star, like the big one, like the one that appears in Spider-Man Homecoming, I think. And then the other one that she really wants is the Hogwarts Castle. So she doesn't want the tiny ones, okay? She doesn't want the tiny ones. She wants to go immediately all out and get the big ones. And those things are not cheap. Like sometimes I look at Gundam stuff and I'm like, man, Gundam stuff is not cheap. And then you look at stuff like the that are Lego related, and you're like, fuck, okay. I'm working on a couple of vintage kits that need a lot of cosmetic work. It's a ton of grunt work, but it's oddly satisfying. Oh, for sure. All that work that you put into it to make it look good. To be like, okay. It used to be kind of shitty and now it looks great. Remember Connects? I remember Connects. Connects is... I never had Connects. I'll be honest, I was spoiled when I was younger. Before my parents ran into hardships and stuff, when my dad had a really good job and all that, I was very spoiled. In the toys department. I had so many Legos. That's where I'm telling you guys, like I was a young kid, like I was like 10, 11, building these supercar Lego sets that pretty expensive, and all the Bionicles that I had and all the Legos in general. I remember I don't know if you guys remember, what's that called? The Lego sets of the MGEX. I was super into those. That's where I could start seeing myself really liking the mech area of just models in general. The only area they lack is the figures metal builds. My Takeda Shingen metal build is way better than my Hainu metal build. It's funny. Their QC, I'd gotcha quality, they say. What is their QCID? What does that mean? I don't know what that means, but I understand. I haven't heard good things about the Hainu and the fact that there are paint marks and it just doesn't look good out of the box, especially for how much it costs. Connects was fine, but it requires a lot of extra work just to make things look right with those. Well, there's been a lot of companies that have come into this, into the market, trying to bite a piece out of Lego's market share, right? You think about building stuff, and the most famous and successful company will be Lego, right? Bandai will probably be next. So, Connects, and I think Playmobil was one of them too that tried to do it. I really liked Playmobil when I was a little kid. But you can't create a substitute for Lego with how good they are. Their QC, the quality control is gotcha quality, they say. There it is. Okay, I was a little confused. Now it makes sense. Thank you for that. I've never bought a metal build from them, and but I'll take your word for it. I've seen it's a Gunplas video on the metal build, Hainu, and he doesn't necessarily think it's a great one. Mega Bloks has tried to take on Lego and some other companies. Yeah, they have. They've taken just a little share of it. But it's like, look, Mega Bloks, no hate on them, all right? But, comparing Mega Bloks to Lego is like comparing Rosart crayons to Crayola crayons. You know what I mean? You guys ever use the Rosart crayons? Those are ass crayons. they're worse than the crayons that you get. Okay, that's maybe it's a bit of a exaggeration, because I was about to say they're worse than like the crayons that you would get at restaurants that let kids paint on or color the tablecloths that are made out of paper and shit. Mega Bloks has some Halo kits in Lego form. They do. I've seen that, but they're bad. They're terrible. I mean, they're cool. I've always wanted some. I know that my wife's brother has some, but could you imagine if Halo had signed up with Lego? Okay, well that's because I understand where you're coming from there, Lawrence. I can see that because Mega Bloks figures tend to have more detail because they're bigger and just bulkier in general, compared to trying to fit so much detail into a Lego figurine, right? The thing about Lego is that you don't build Lego for the little guys, even though they're very iconic. when you're building a Lego, you're building it for the rest of the structure. And that in that department, Lego has every other thing beat, obviously. That's why they're so expensive. I don't know, how long have I been working on just the fucking wings, guys? Oh my god. Oh, something close to here? Oh. Oh, that's why that looked weird. Well, my wife is in the chat, guys. Nearly 2 hours on these fucking wings. Okay, look, I'm not saying I'm not having fun building them. It's just like I said, when a build, this is what happens with a lot of builds that have these repetitive designs. Like for example, the RG New is a great build, but having to do the fin funnels is like, ugh. When does it end? Putting the same things together. But I'm okay. I like doing this. I'm having a good time. I hope you guys are having a good time as well. Having conversation. Babe, if you are still in the chat, I'm just letting the chat know that you are the type of person who wants to get the expensive Lego sets like the Death Star and all that. You don't want one of those tiny ones. You want the big fucking... I don't even know how much are they right now. Look, thankfully, we have a friend who works at the Lego store, so hopefully I can figure something out there. I think that's one of the reasons. I mean, one of the bigger reasons why we haven't really thought about having kids or anything. We enjoy our lives like this. We get to get our plastic toys, our video games, our graphics cards, our stuff without having to worry about college for a child or things like that. Maybe in the future. It's just I never envisioned this when I was younger, like having this liberty to be able to do these things, right? Like for example, could you imagine if I was a dad right now? I'd have to take care of the kids, I'd have to do this and do that. It'd be tough to get like this serious alone time and do whatever the fuck I want. Not hate on you guys if you guys have kids, by the way. See ya, Brian, take care. Look, I didn't even say, I just said Death Star and she said the Hogwarts castle. I told you guys, she wants the Hogwarts castle. Okay, and now we gotta add stickers, guys. So I'm gonna put this down here so you guys can see. Now we gotta add stickers. So what stickers go on here is 22 and 22. How many 22s and 22? Oh my, do you guys see the size of these stickers? These 22 stickers? Like, here's an X-Acto knife for you guys, look. Oh my god, these things are tiny. Are you serious right now? Oh my god. I thought I was done. Part of me wants to not put these on here. Each of these funnel things use 4 stickers, guys, of these tiny stickers. I'm actually gonna raise this up so you guys can see the level of hell that I'm going through doing this. I'm actually gonna move this closer. And see these stickers, guys? Oh my god. That is one sticker in. That is one sticker that I have put in. All right, I have these many more to go. Actually, what I think I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna... You guys don't want to see me place stickers this whole time, so I think I can do these afterwards. But these are very, very, very tiny stickers. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'll just put them on this one funnel, like all 4 of them. And then later off stream, I'll finish the rest of the sticker placing. Because if not, I'm just gonna be here again. And I really want to move on so we can start doing all this. So I'll do this off stream. I'm just gonna add these couple ones here. These stickers are completely insane. Like, I've seen the stickers, right, ever since yesterday, but I didn't realize that I was gonna... My mind should have immediately thought, oh. I usually skip the correction stickers when it comes to something as tiny as that. Like, these things are so tiny, man. Look at that. All right, so it's time to create the inner frame. From the inner frame, it looked pretty tall. The strike freedom, I mean. Sobri, what do you have what kits do you have that I could use this? What kits does everybody have that I could give you guys a size comparison? Do you have an astray? Like a astray? If you have an astray, I can do a size comparison here for you, and then you can gauge how tall it is from your own. Let me know and I'll do that for you. You have an astray? Okay. So here's the astray. See if I can get this. There's the astray. Oh wow, that's a terrible angle. Let me move this back a little bit. Ugh. So there's the astray, right? You got an MG Astray Kai? Okay, that's good. The MG Astray Kai is the same size as the original Astray. There's the size. It's a little bit taller. A little bit bigger. I would say that it's one head taller than the Astray. And they both have their legs pretty open. So, by all means, it's not a huge kit, but it's pretty big. If we compare it to a bigger size kit, for example, the Dynamis. Do you have a Dynamis? I have a Dynamis here. So, there it is. Oh. So I would say it's actually still a head taller than the Dynamis. It's actually a pretty tall kit now that I think about it. I mean, it's not huge, but it's tall. But I think that's lore-wise, right? Isn't it meant to be pretty tall? Like I have... Oh, the Eclipse Gundam? I don't know, have you worked with the Eclipse Gundam? There it is, so it's like the size of the Eclipse Gundam. Oh, what did I drop? I dropped something. Oh, I don't know what it was that I dropped. Something dropped. Yeah, well, there you go. There's size comparisons. It does look pretty big now that I think about it. For a master grade, it's actually pretty big. Guys, I really have to use the bathroom. If I go really quick, can you guys just hold on? I know Team I'm just gonna take a quick bathroom break. I'm not gonna close the stream because I think it's stupid to do that. I'll be back like in 6 minutes if you guys can just hold on. I just really gotta use the bathroom. BRB, okay? You guys type in the chat and I'll come back and I'll read it. But I'll be back pretty quickly here. Ooh. All right, guys, I am back. Sorry, it took a little bit. It's a human being. We all have bathroom breaks we need to take. I gotta clean my glasses. Let's see what you guys have been up to. You guys were talking about in shelves and whatnot. Throwing away a box is heresy. I can't throw my boxes away. Not yet. I told my wife that I want to go through them, cut out all the extra pieces from every single runner, put them in a big box as like a piece graveyard, and then we can see what we do about the boxes. Melly throws away her boxes. I didn't know that. I haven't watched her. Has she put out any content lately? I don't think she has, right? I still got all my boxes with the containers, halves and all. I have all the runners of all my kits. I have all the runners in every single box. I also throw mine. They just take up space anyway. They really do. They take up a lot of space. Pulling them down and saving them boxes is the way to go. That's what I really want to do, but I have so many boxes, and having to do that is going to take like a couple of days, I think. So anyway, I'm back. Let's get this started. By the way, guys, if you are watching, can I ask for a like on this stream if you like it? Of course, if you like it. If you don't like it, then you don't have to do that. You could just be like, hey, I don't like your stream. That'd be awesome. I know it seems like stupid, but likes really do help. They help a lot. So if you could be inclined to do so, that'd be awesome. As for runners, I cut them down and put them all into coffee cans. Well, I really wish that there was the alternative here in Canada to like we had a place where we could actually take our runner pieces to get recycled. I know they have a whole thing in Japan where you can do that now, but it hasn't. I don't think it's come its way over here yet. It's a lot of plastic, and it'd be good to recycle, you know. How many G45s do I need? Okay, well, so I'll cut out all of them. I still want to melt down the runners and make figures from them. I get it. I do though think that there are way too many though. As much as I want to do certain things with a lot of material that I have, at some point I just have to realize and accept that I'm never gonna do the things that I want to do. And it sounds sad, but it's not meant to be sad. It's just like, it's just the reality of life. Like, you know, like there's just too much I want to do, and there's just I'm just not gonna do it. Just be honest. I'm not gonna do it. It's gonna be there taking up space the whole time. Might as well come into peace, you know, with that. Make peace with that and get rid of certain things. But I have a lot of runners and a lot of boxes that I wish I could get rid of. And it's tough because some of the art on those boxes is just beautiful, but there's only so much space one person can have, right? Unless I have like a whole ass warehouse, and then I might consider keeping them around. Gotta shave down these nub marks from the undergating. Very important. Just extra steps. How's your day, guys? So far, by the way, it's a nice day over here in Calgary. It's a nice cold day. Not as cold as other days. It's -3 right now, Celsius, so it's cold, snippy. And tomorrow I gotta go out in this cold. I gotta go to the dentist. Whole ass dentist appointment. I'm so sick of the +3 into -20. Oh yeah. Fucking, it just fucks with you the whole time. I hate that shit. Like, why can't it just stay constant, you know? Why can't you just be cold and stay cold instead of, you know, just being all over the place? The Chinook is killing me. The Chinook win the river? Isn't it the river? I think it's the river. No, that's the Bow River. Talk about the Chinook. Isn't the Chinook the what's it called? The current or whatever. Does it snow? I love Calgary so much, but kill my poor body. Does it snow bad over here? It depends on what's your definition of bad. Like, it snows a lot over here. This winter, we haven't had as much. Like, that's a lie. We have a lot of snow outside right now. But I do remember, like, last year and the year before, there being a lot more. It isn't as bad as other places in Canada where like people are literally snowed into their house and they open the door and it's like they can't get out. Cold wise, it gets pretty cold here. The thing about the cold in Calgary is that it's this is dry cold. So as much as it's still cold, it's not as cold as like a place that's really humid, but it's still cold. Chinook is the warm air current. Yeah, that comes over the mountains. Yeah, it's why we get a -20 day and then very suddenly it's +5. Yep. I remember it's the current. Yeah, it's just fucking ass, dude. Wasn't it like the weather a couple weeks ago was like -22, -26 and shit like that. All of a sudden it's right now it's -3, which to a lot of people would be like, oh, that's still very cold, but to us it's like it's just this weird stalemate of weather. Yeah, so anyway, the point is it does get cold over here, it snows over here. Winter in Calgary is basically there are 2 seasons in Calgary according to my boss. It's either winter or it's construction season. So if that is anything, then there you go. I totally do agree that weather in oh, I forgot to add these. Something's -30 here in Saskatoon. I mean, not that it's a competition. I'm sure that it gets cold. It gets cold everywhere in Canada. Canada's just in general cold. Unless you're in like Vancouver and shit like that. Chinook rules. In Saskatchewan, it would go down to -30 and stay there for like a month. Holy shit. And the rest of the winter stays in the -20s. Really? That bad. I've never been to Saskatchewan, and the people that I've met from Saskatchewan always tell me that come from there tell me there's nothing to see in Saskatchewan, so you're not really missing out on anything. I'm like, okay. I remember I told my boss, I'm like, man, I really want to go to Regina and stuff. It's I've seen pictures, it looks really pretty. And my boss is like, what? No. Saskatchewan is cold. So I forgot to do this part where I add all of these. I was wondering what the hell was going on, so I guess I'll do that right now on stream. It's a nice cold though. I like this weather. Like, yeah, for sure, it'd be nice if we had warmer weather. Like, where I work, we have a branch out in BC, and I was talking to one of them not the other day, but a while ago when it first started snowing here pretty heavily. I think Vancouver had their first snow of the year, and they were telling me that they didn't even like go to the office because it gets pretty terrible. And I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, yo, like over here in Calgary, there's a fucking snowstorm. I'm still going to the office, right? I mean, not that I'm going to the office right now because I'm on break, but still. I just find it funny how things differ. The people are so lovely, but the province cold as fuck. Like I said, I've never been. I've never been to Saskatchewan. I'm sure there's a lot of places that I will get to visit in my lifetime here in Canada. It's a big place. I'm excited to be able to do a lot of things once bigger plans have taken a move, like buying a house and stuff like that. It's exciting. But is it as exciting as building an MGEX strike? Yes, it's probably more exciting than that. Even then, building this kit has been nothing but fun. Except for like the funnels again, like I mentioned, like it's fun, but very repetitive, could get very old pretty quickly. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys don't see my ugly mustache. Alright, so I was able to put these in. Just give me 1 second, I'm just gonna switch over here. Oh, it's like this. Trying to figure this out. Okay. It's more fun building funnels. I hate you. It's not that they're annoying. Like, just something becomes repetitive, it becomes like, oh yeah. Where's the exciting part in this? Ooh, look at that. All right, we're almost done here. We're almost done here. Oh, put these the wrong way. I'm stupid. See, guys, you guys have to pay attention to the instructions. Don't be me. I'm making these mistakes for you. trying to get these out. Oh, fuck. Okay, let's try this one more time. By the way, guys, yesterday, a new trailer for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the second one, was dropped. You guys watch it? Are you guys excited? Because I'm excited as fuck. It is such a good movie. The first one is such a good movie in general. It's an exciting time. Ooh, look at these fucking wings, guys. Look at this backpack. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god. We don't even have the armor on. Look at this. Look at the wingspan. Look at my hand. I love that PS4 Spidey is there. Yeah, I saw a post of somebody saying that they found the PS4 Spidey in one of the frames. And he was like chilling on the corner like with another Spidey, right? Remember that? It's a good time to be a Spider-Man fan. You had what? In December, you had Spider-Man. What's it called? Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man Far From Home, Spider-Man. What was the last one called? I literally just forgot what the fuck the last one's called. That one was a great movie, and then you had Into the Spider-Verse, which is also man, I don't know. Spider-Man's awesome. All right, let's get the armor going. How about that, huh? How about I start talking about Spider-Man right now real quick? But I do want to hear what you guys had to say. Are you guys excited for that movie? Because I am. I'm so excited for that movie. All right, wait. We finished the runners. We no longer need these. We no longer need those. How about the gold? We still need the gold ones, which is weird. I don't know where these would go. Maybe on the shoulders. So we'll put these over here. No Way Home. Yeah, No Way Home. Awesome movie. Black ones we'll still need. A runners we still need. We don't need these anymore. We'll need these, I think, for the weapon, maybe? Final. Do we still need the L's? We still need the L's. And the white ones are here. Okay, we're making more space. Yeah, No Way Home was fun. I cried in that movie. I think we all did. Really, really good movie. I went to watch it with my wife when it came out. The moment it came out, bought premiere tickets. Went. There were so many people. When all the Spider-Mans came out, the amount of people in the theater that were like, "Oh, that's awesome!" It was just a good time. It was just a very good time. J's. Oh, the J's are not white, they're actually kind of like grayish. J1. It's difficult to find an angle that works for everything that I'm doing. Like, unless I had it literally right over me. I'm trying to figure out a way to get things to actually be where I can frame them and work from. Okay. We're just gonna cut these out. I'm really excited to maybe later in 2023 to buy Spider-Man Miles Morales for the PC. I bought Spider-Man for the PC earlier this year when it came out. Really fun game. So I kind of want to play Miles Morales, but I have other games in the pipeline too, and so many more games coming out that I'm going to want to play before that one. You know, earlier today, before you guys got in, I don't know if you were here for it, but I was talking about watching the like criminal interrogations and stuff, and that's what I was doing last night. But I was also playing Death Stranding on Steam while I was watching it on my second monitor. The interrogations. I've just been on a very Death Stranding kind of feel. Very chill game, get to play it. I've forgotten how much I like the game. So I think the way that the manual poses the build for the armor, it's just to add it while the kit is built. Which I would think that maybe if you'd want, you could just take it apart, like the limbs, and do everything by itself, which I think is kind of what you should do. But I'm gonna try to do it the way that the manual asked me to do it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Look at this so far, guys. We're starting to get a semblance of a Gundam in there. J12. Joe, Brian, if you're still in the chat, I meant to ask you, I don't know if you got to watch the review for the Virtue. I want to know your opinions on the editing for that video. See if I'm making progress in how I am just getting maybe better. Maybe there's things I need to work on. It'd be awesome if you could let me know. Weird place to ask here in the chat, but still. D. Ooh, the gold. Oh, here we go. The gold. D1. Okay. And I think with that, we should be done with the head. So I'm gonna put this guy over here real quick, and I'm gonna clean up these pieces before I put them on. Oh, weird placement for the undergating, but understandable. I gotta use a knife here to shave that down. For fuck's sake, finish that already? I know, I want to. Taking my time, enjoying the build. Trying to do it as cleanly as possible as I can too. I don't want to just rush it. A second here. Oh. My cat is knocking on the door. See you guys. Gotta get some rest before work. Have a nice stream. Take care, Lawrence. Get some rest, man. And have a great day at work. Thank you for being part of the stream. Oh, it even has writing on it. Man, these undergate nubs are pretty tough to get into. You have to be careful so you don't actually, you know, hurt the kit in some way. Like, I don't want to scratch it. There we go. All right, mask goes on. Ooh, where'd it go? Here it goes. Damn. And this kit looks top tier, man. It looks top tier. Oh. It's gonna be tough. Put in there, this little one here. Okay, so now I see what I should do. I think the manual tells you should put it in first. That's what I'm gonna do. It's nice that they added this color separation. Once you have that connected to that, there you go. Look at that. Look at that helmet. Holy God. That is one fine looking kit, I'll tell you that right now. Okay, next one. We have the I1. So the blue pieces. Yeah, I wish I could rush it, but I don't think I will. I haven't enjoyed a build like this in so long. I don't think I'm allowed to enjoy it. Okay. Okay. Where's this going? All right, we're gonna put the stickers on first. You gotta put metallic stickers on. These stickers are kind of everywhere. Let's get these number 13 here. Sorry guys if I'm not talking, I'm just trying to focus here, putting these stickers. If you guys are in the chat, want to ask a question or something, and keep conversation going, then I am all for it. Yo, how does this even go on here? Oh, okay, I see. Okay. I'm gonna open up his arms so he can have a little bit more playroom. We'll do these here. See my precision, my surgical precision in applying these stickers. These stickers are great. The metal stickers are like this quality of metal stickers. They reflect light really well. See if there's something blocking this, but there isn't. Is it this here? Man, this is tough. Putting this one together is a lot tougher than putting the armor on, for example, on the Virtue. What the hell? Ah, there we go. I got it, finally got it. You didn't get this kit? I thought you were waiting for it. Isn't this a kit that you pre-ordered? Or was that another one? Maybe I'm remembering wrong. It's just a little tough to put them in, mainly because you have to press a little bit harder to secure it. Not because it doesn't fit, but to secure it. And I think it's made intentional that way, so it doesn't fall out. So like by clicking it in and hearing that click, you know that it's in there now. I'm guessing that when you take it apart, you'll probably need a part separator so you don't scratch up anything. But other than that, I really... I'll say it again, you know, I've been having a lot of fun building this kit. Right. When does the Stark Dragon come out again? Like when does it when's the release date on it? Is it soon? Or is it still a couple months away? I ask because I want to see if I can get a pre-order going myself for that kit. But like next year, first quarter, second quarter. I'm putting on these stickers because these stickers aren't as annoying as the other ones that we were talking about. The funnel ones are like super tight. First quarter, okay, so that's pretty soon here. Nice. Nice. Which one are you most excited for? I mean, I know you're excited for both. That's why you ordered them. I mean, not for both, for all of them. But there has to be one that's got you more hyped up, right? If I were to guess from what you've told me, I'm guessing you're more hyped for the Zeta. To see if it actually fixes the problems on the past ones that you've built. That's what I'm thinking. All of the above are what I'm hyped for. Okay. I see. I get it. Okay, there we go. Getting more of that armor butte in. Ooh, come on. Autofocus camera. Yeah. I can't wait for the Zeta Verka. I don't know why. I can't put my finger on why I'm so excited for it. I think it might be that since my first Verka was the double Zeta, I'm just very happy that there's that one coming out. So I'll be able to maybe relive that moment. I don't know if that makes sense. I think it might be the update, yeah. Sorry, I'm just putting this in there. Yeah, I'm guessing it must be the update myself. I think there's a lot of hope for people with that kit specifically. So I hope that Bandai does well. Have they released anything lately that people just haven't liked? Like I was reading Mecha Gaikotsu's review comments. I didn't watch the review. I read the comments mainly because I wanted to see what people were saying about the kit, like if they were excited for it. Because I like I said, I didn't watch the review, and so I saw somebody. I think the most voted comment on that video is somebody saying, "Mecha Gaikotsu, this is the whatever number of time in a row that you said that you've built. This is the best kit that's ever come out." So my question to you is like, or to you guys in the chat is, has Bandai come up with anything lately that you're just not happy with? Thunderbolt's Gundam design is still great, but has now become my second least favorite MG kit for how over-engineered it is around the shoulder areas. I haven't gotten to the shoulders in that kit, and every time you mention that, I just get scared. And I hope to God that it does well for me, because it's one of those kits that I've always wanted to build. So once this kit is done being built and I put out the video and do all the things I need to do with it, I will get back on that train of the Thunderbolt. Because I think after that, it's my crew who will who will be putting out videos on reviews they still have on hand. That and the fact that we have what's it called? Don't we have the 20th, right? We were talking about that yesterday. What are they gonna announce? Is it gonna be the next PG? The next MGX? I don't think it'll be the next MGX. I doubt it. Especially with this one just coming out so soon. Didn't it take a year for them to announce the next MGX being this one? So this one was announced a year ago. So we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. Look at all these nubs that I have on my desk, by the way. You guys see these? As Liam from Model Mayhem would call them. Millennial Model Mayhem would call them. Forbidden sprinkles. I'm glad I didn't throw any of them out yesterday night. That way I can, when I take the pictures of this finished kit, I'll have all the nubs there. And some that are on the floor that made it to the floor. After I finish building a kit and I make sure that I don't have any pieces missing, what's it called? I vacuum to get any of those little things before they get stuck on my foot if I'm barefoot at some point. So just something to keep in mind. All right, we're going for stickers, stickers, stickers. What are we doing? 16 and 17. These are all green stickers. 16 goes on the... I still got a small list of units I still want in MGS of this time for which I ain't being released any sooner than that. Yeah. This one goes over here. This one goes over here. Oh, fuck. I like how somebody came into the chat and said, finish this for fuck's sake. Like, hey dude, calm down. That's all they said, and then they just left. Like, okay. I just can't wait to see what they announce. I hope it's good. Ah, look at that. Getting slightly closer to finishing. See how much more I got. I don't have that much more, to be honest. I got like 2 more pages. It's just a lot of armoring up now. L15. Ooh. Put this guy on. Is there one? No. It just goes on like this. Okay, there we go. Nice. And then H12. Is it H1? Yeah, H12. H12. H15. cover on here. It's just a shame all of this is getting covered. You still see some of that gold coming out. Look at that. It's looking great. I got more than 22 units I still want in MG. Oh my god. That is a lot of units. That is a lot of fucking units. You must have a list. You already have a list probably written out, huh? I only have a couple that I want in MG. I don't have that many. That's the thing about me is I think I mentioned it earlier when Power Shark was here. I'm more of I have a very peculiar taste, which I think has helped me out in this hobby, because as much as I would like to have all the knowledge on every single kit in the world, I don't get every single kit that comes out, you know? All this undergating. Let's hope that Bandai listens to us. I think that's a little too much to us, though. I think for them to actually sit down and say, well, you know what? Let's listen to Yo Power Shark. Sorry, man. Sorry, I thought you were gone. Yeah, I tend to just kind of focus on things that I like in Gundam. And I think I don't buy everything Bandai releases. I just fetch what I want the most at the moment, as well as for you to complete certain challenges. Oh, so you even have challenges, like little, I'm guessing, checkpoints or goals you want to reach. That's good. You're a collector at heart, I'm guessing, from the way that you've talked to me about kits and the way, you know, just in general. I feel like that's how you come off as a collector, which is good. That's what it looks like so far, guys. Sasuke vs. Ka was one of those challenges. Yep, that was one of my challenges too. Sasuke vs. Ka, just having that in my hands. Nah, I'm just working. All good, man. You work. Do your thing. Okay, so now we got more white pieces that we gotta work with. E1, it's E2, I'm guessing. Sasuke vs. Ka was one of those pieces for me that I just wanted to get milestone. Ever since I began the hobby, everybody talked about how the Sasuke vs. Ka is that end game boss for all master grades. I mean, sure, nowadays people might not think that too much, but it's still an intimidating kit for a lot of people. You know? For me, it was a Sasuke vs. Ka and the new vs. Ka. Getting those two kits and having them be together as they should be for eternity. As they were meant to be. Okay, let's get these out of the way here. A lot of sanding here. MG Build Mark II, MG Alba, and MG Amazing next year were major hurdles required to complete the Build Fighters MG collection to this point. Well, how big is your collection, man? Have you posted pictures? I think you have. second place. J113. I do have one more goal though. Like I have, well, technically that goal shares 2 kits. That is my ultimate goal. I only have 116 in my collection at this time with a few packed up in stores. God damn, that's a lot, man. That's a lot of kits. Holy fuck. My challenge, or not challenge, my goal, my ultimate goal now, because I've been fortunate enough to, you know, reach a lot of my goals so early into my time in this hobby with kits that I want. I never thought I'd have as many kits as I have today. But if I could, I would have the metal new 160. I would own that. And then of course, to add to it, the new Sasabi metal build. Having those 2 would be, I think my Gunpla would be complete. Like, because those kits are just a metal new would be, fuck, I don't know. That's not a lot by a long short compared to my friend's 2000s plus unit collection of various grades, which the majority are all high grades. Well, the thing is that there are a lot more kits to collect with high grades, right? So there's so much more variety in high grades because the sheer amount that exists. Nearly all of my collections are MGs with the occasional RE100 and no gray tossed in. Could I ask why you don't like why you don't collect a lot of high grades? Is it the size as well, like same as me? The reason I asked is because I told you guys yesterday, I have on one of my videos, on the RG video, I have somebody calling me elitist for size and blah blah blah. And we don't need that shit in the home. Shut the hell up, dude. Like, I'm literally not an elitist. We all have personal taste. You might like high grades more than my master grades. You might like PGs. There's a girl, I haven't met her, but I've heard here in Calgary, or here in Canada, at where we meet up, somebody just collects perfect grades. That's all this person buys is perfect grades. Like, everybody just has a taste, you know? People like different things. J118. Oh, it's this one. J118. J117. Fuck. Okay. Cutting all these out. Should it clean. There are too many HGs to collect them. For the amount of corners that are cut from the kit out of the box, you might as well buy the MG from the offset. That's a good way of viewing it, yeah. To me, the problem with high grades, aside from the size, and I'm not saying they're bad, again, I'm not saying they're bad, but they just feel like they're missing something. When I've built them, they're missing something that I get with the master grade. And I keep saying the word presence whenever I talk about this, but that's what I think it really is, presence, that it's missing on the shelf. The colors are a little bit more faded. They aren't as vivid as they are on a master grade. So what puts me off are all the correction stickers. Yeah, you get exactly. They're not as vivid. Then you have stickers put on top of it. There's just so many, like you mentioned, like cut corners, and that's fine because they're made to be more of something that people can easily get, right? I mean, I understand sometimes buying a master grade, it's costly. They're expensive. Fuck, give me a second here. There we go. Yeah, color correction stickers are just one of those ugly things that exists within the hobby. Even on master grades. Like, I know we were talking about that yesterday as well, I think. And you mentioned that you don't like those stickers. I think maybe it was today, but like for these size of kits and for them being metal stickers that reflect light really well, I'm fine with those. So you gotta understand, a lot of people prefer to just build something out of the box. They don't necessarily want to paint it or do something, you know? We're almost done with the arm, but then we're gonna do the other arm. I think what's taking more time from this kit and building it is the fact of the cleaning aspect of it. Let's see what this is asking me to do. It's asking me to move this up. Okay, so has that moved already? Where's that thing? I have built 2 HUs overall, but those were merely built as proofs of concept. Hey, but at least you stuck your hands on them, right? So, you know what you like. What the hell? Oh, no. Why is it so weird? How does that even come out? What the hell? Sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out here. Oh, it does come out. I forgot. Okay. Yeah, you're gonna have to Okay, makes sense. Makes sense now. Let me put it in. Hope that's visible because I'll probably take some of this footage for when I do the review. Fuck. Sorry. I'm really trying here, guys. I'm really trying here. What, is there something that I didn't cut out? Like, there's something holding it from coming in? Like, what the fuck is going on? Okay. I feel like I'm gonna break something. This is actually a difficult part in this kit. Sorry guys, this is the part where I stay a little quiet because I'm trying to figure out how to work this. There it is, there's a click. There it is, it's a click. That's what I wanted to hear, there you go. Whew. Okay. And then we have H16. This is good, this means that when I get to the other side, it should be a lot easier since I have this already working with me. H116, not 6. And I've been streaming for 3 hours. I'm telling you, what's taking the most time out of this build is the cleaning of the undergating. Normally with a kit like this, I'm pretty sure I'd be done by now, but the fact that you have to clean these undergating just adds more and more time. Because, I mean, I wish you could leave the undergating unclean, but then, like I mentioned earlier, certain parts won't click. Because that one extra little, like, millimeter of whatever is holding it down. Oh, look at that. Look at that clear part there. Looking good, huh? E19. E19 and then E110. All right, there we go. Nice. Hope I'm not boring you guys. I'm just trying to focus here. Just a lot of cleaning. Like, I know I mentioned already like a million times, but I think this is the part that I've just been a little annoyed with. And not because the cleaning is getting in the way and things are looking ugly, it's just the amount of nipping that one has to do to make sure that this is clean as ugh. But as long as it looks good. You know what's gonna suck though is when I'm when I'm doing the review, I'm going to have to what's it called? I'm going to have to take apart the armor pieces and shit, and that's gonna be fucking annoying. But I gotta get those shots. I gotta get those shots for the people. Alright, so let's see. This will not go there. This will go back here. Little flappy flaps. It's looking real nice. Real nice. A23. And these clear red parts are really nice. They look like Lego pieces, almost. Ooh, wait a second. I see a nub mark here. I don't like that. Ooh, nice, dude. I love that stuff. At the top of my list of units I still want in my MG is the 00 Diver A's, Ogre GNX, the Phantom Pain variants of the original 5-seat Gundams, Throne Gundams, and every other variant of the Jagan and Rezel. I know a couple of those. I will agree with the every other variant of the Jagan and Rezel, along with the I know that the original 5-seat Gundam things you had mentioned to me yesterday. By the way, look guys, look at how that arm is looking. How does that look? It's pretty beast, huh? Oh wow, this is looking absolutely great. Holy shit, dude. I'm really liking this. I like this so much. Fuck, dude. Holy god. But I think as I'm gonna finish the rest off stream, I'm kind of hungry. And it's been 3 hours. And it'll give me more of a chance to just cut things out. And I'll post some pictures once I'm done. I hope to get it done today before a certain time. And I'll just post some pictures. But I do want to thank you guys for joining in. Oh, the Gaia. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of kits that Bandai needs to come out with soon, so we don't get tired of it. But guys, yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go get something to eat. I ate earlier, but I'm just hungry. I also want to stand up and stretch. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. I will post some pictures over on my Instagram. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, please do. It's a master_grade Jess, or you can just look up master_grade Jess. It should come up. Follow me for more pictures. I know that there are a bunch of other ones out there. I hope that you guys watch the review once it comes out and keep watching our content. I really want to thank you. A Mercenary, awesome dude. You're literally a day one, like I've mentioned before. You're super cool. I really appreciate you giving me the company that you have given me. And yeah, I'm gonna finish this off stream. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys later.